Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I would like to begin by kind of starting to figure out our dental hygiene needs by doing a nutritional counseling on you. And
Okay.
that's so you gave me the 3-day diet history, and I was able to calculate what vitamins and what nutrients you've gotten. And um, I must say you eat really well. So
Thank
it's
you.
a fairly easy job for me. And I guess we'll start at the beginning. I calculated your caries risks, and it was really low because you only have a few foods that would even be considered cavity causing.
Okay.
So that one, so I don't have to counsel you on that kind of dieting. As far as your nutritional one goes, I started off and I calculated your BEE, and I came up with 2,316 for you to just maintain. So, considering you said you were cutting some calories when you did it, your final calorie count of about 2,000 was a good level for you to lose weight without causing a deficit for your nutrients. So um, so the good news is at least on your health record that you don't have a lot of other risks. You're not on any medications. You're not a smoker. So as far as your teeth go, I think that you do everything you can that benefits, taking care of them. And so when I really broke everything down, everything seems to be pretty adequate. That you are getting fruit, you're getting all the grain servings, and you are also getting a full amount of protein. So I printed a little sheet that I'll give you, and it's something you can take home with you, and it shows just the recommended amounts of servings for the food groups. So it goes over fruits, vegetables, grains, dairy, and protein. And then, so pretty much everything. Your fiber was also really well, which is really important for your gut and your colon health. Um, your calcium was really good as well, but you could increase your dairy by one more serving just to get more vitamin D as well. Your one of the there so of all the ones that were fine, there was a couple that were deficient, and so the potassium, you were about 30% less than you should be.
Okay.
And that one is pretty easy for you to keep up with, is bananas, leafy greens, sweet potatoes. Then as far as your cholesterol was a little high because the eggs tend to be heavy in the cholesterol. And that one, I think if you just substituted it with any other lean protein, you would still get the benefits of the protein, just a little less cholesterol.
Okay.
Because the cholesterol could pose a risk for your heart as you get older.
Okay.
And the iron was also a little bit under. And as a female, you just have to be cautious because your monthly cycle can take even more iron. So it's recommended to get just a little more. You were about 40% of what you need. So to increase it, you could easily just incorporate a little red meats, leafy green vegetables, that sort of thing. Without it, it could cause a little bit of dizziness and lightheadedness because the iron is so important with red blood cell production. The only thing that would affect your cavity risk, your caries risk, would be that you do have a little more added sugar than is recommended. And that could be a pretty easy substitution if you were to just limit the stuff with added sugar and replace it with maybe fruits or something with the natural sugar, because the natural sugar in fruits is a little better for you because the fiber helps balance out the blood sugar level. And your protein is really high, but it's actually good because you're so athletic. It's good that you're going to keep up with your muscle breakdown, so that way you don't lose anything. And yeah, so I think the only real recommendation that I would give you is just that maybe switching up the variety of the proteins and adding some vegetables into it. Otherwise, everything looks really well. Your macros are really good. And yeah, so I'll give you the sheet to take home, and then I'll just also encourage you to use the MyFitnessPal. Is really easy to understand, and it breaks things down in a really good way. So if you ever have any, if you're curious about how your vitamin levels are at, but I would encourage taking the multivitamin because I think it helps fill in any of the, the blanks.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there any questions you have?
No, no,
All
not at
right.
all.
All right. Well, I look forward to being your dental hygienist. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you.